We are in Monster Hunter Freedom 1, and indeed, in fact I'll do a proper introduction. Hello everyone, it's me Doomlink, and I welcome you all back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. I believe it is the 128th part, and I will be, for the VOD, cutting out the first few minutes of that because it was me messing around with my green screen. I need to keep away from LMR. The whole reason why I'm here is so that I don't mess up my teammates, and I'm messing him up, so let's not do that. Generally what happens is, I go hammer for Lao Shanlong, and then I try to keep away from the team that's dealing damage near the stomach, or on the stomach. At this stage, I want to stay away from Kore, but unfortunately there's only a specific part, or a specific area underneath the monster where I can stand without being affected by the wind pressure of Lao Shanlong's legs, so there you go. Hello Tech, and also hello Yells, I forgot to say hello to you as well. Oh, whoops, that would be input detection issues. Don't know why LMR is standing still. Hopefully he's not talking in the in-game chat. If he is, then that's a problem. Quite frankly, because I don't have that enabled right now. Honestly, LMR and I could very easily mess each other up, because he's doing upswings, which is fine. He's not advised against doing that necessarily. But I can also sort of do an upswing effectively, by way of a golf swing, sending him flying. So, yeah, usually when I do this, I'm the one guy who's attacking the head. The head is not a great part of the monster to attack, but it's a consistent target to attack the monster. So, yeah, unfortunately I'm sharing it with a guy who, yeah, will be sending me flying. And as previously mentioned, I will be keeping the stomach more or less for Kore to deal his damage. Is the volume alright? Yep, volume is looking good. I'm happy with that. Try to stand here, yeah, anyway. I don't know what sort of hunts are to be expected going forward, by the way. I don't know if they're going to do Lao Shanlong again. I definitely have some use for Lao Shanlong materials. I'm trying to make the Greatsword. As far as which of the... I basically have two options for Greatswords right now in the Lao Shanlong path. Either I make the one that requires 2 Lao Shanlong rubies, which is incredibly time-consuming to acquire. Getting one of those is incredibly time-consuming. Getting 2 is just unreasonable. And then the other option requires 5 Azure Lao Shanlong horns, and I have basically resigned myself to the fact that I will make whatever I can first make, if that makes sense. So whatever I get soonest, whether that be Azure Lao Shanlong horns or 2 Lao Shanlong rubies, I will make the corresponding greatsword. Needless to say, it's probably going to be the 2 Azure Lao Shanlong horns. I can't even see what I'm doing. I almost never get caught by the tail here, by the way, so I should be fine. All you do is just keep an eye on it. See that swing there? That's what you want to be diving through. Okay. Everything seems fine with the stream. I'm content with all that I see in the playback, which is good. And I'm furthermore convinced that this setup for PC is absolutely optimal, because lighting conditions right now aren't even all that great, but it looks just fine. That's what's important. But yeah, I, even as of now, haven't contributed all that much. Haven't even dropped in sharpness level. Actually, that's a decent amount of sharpness, isn't it? But what is the button? Oh, it is select to kick in this game. I pressed it before and it didn't actually result in a kicking animation on the part of my character. You will notice, those of you who aren't as familiar with first generation will notice that there is a slight difference in the golf swing animation of the hammer. It almost skips into a golf swing. See that? It's not so much a progressive animation. as much as it is like cutting to a separate animation entirely. See that? The animation was updated in 2nd gen. It's just one of those little changes from 1st to 2nd that not everyone's aware of. I mean, you'd be aware of it if you played 1st gen, but a lot of people haven't, so that's one thing to take note of. I don't even know if it's necessarily skipping a frame, Yells. I don't think the frame was there to begin with. I think they had a separate animation for the golf swing, and that doesn't necessarily link up to the double pound animation, so it just cuts to a different animation. It should lead into it. So, I mean, you're probably right in that they would have fixed it by adding additional frames of animation to the character so that there is actually a fluid movement of the character to reach the golf swing animation. But yeah, in 1st generation that doesn't exist. It's just one of those things that they obviously thought to be not all that important, which is fine. Because in the end it looks alright, and actually it gives you this sense of being able, it feels like you can get the golf swing out faster. Because you are, at least visually speaking, skipping an animation. So, or skipping a frame in the animation. Probably a frame or two. But yeah, Lao Shenlong is a 1st gen monster. You can tell because he's that fucking boring. And really has no business existing. It's alright for maybe 1st gen and that's it. But for some reason Lao had to return in 2nd. And then for reasons that I could not possibly imagine, he had to return again in 4th. Like, why? Stop that. So I can fight this terrible monster in 3 generations of Monster Hunter. And I still don't really understand why. I don't know what Indio's doing. I think he must be shooting. Yeah, he's got a bowgun, so I can see that the back spikes are still intact and both shoulders are intact, so I don't quite know what he's doing. The entire purpose for... oh, I need to get out of the way of this. He's going to hip check, or I guess shoulder check. I mean, side check? Long story short, he's going to do that. So, yeah. You can be hit by that, but you can see that you have to be in a really specific position because both Korei and Elamau were not on the receiving end of any damage, despite the fact that, visually speaking, it looks like they should have just taken an Elder Dragon's shoulder charge head on. So, there you go. Let's try not to get hit by the base of the tail. Of course, one of the big problems with 1st gen is the camera. My camera is currently colliding with that wall there, so it's causing a bit of instability. It might not be something that you can notice, but the camera is not really under my control, or in my control. It's just sort of jerking around strangely. I mean, you probably noticed the jerking, but because you're not the ones playing the game, you don't know what I'm physically doing with my camera. I know what I'm doing with my camera, and it's not whatever is happening on the screen. But yeah. A neck check is what N10 would call that. Very well. But yeah, I think this is my only fully upgraded dragon weapon in this game, annoyingly. I've still got a lot to do in this game. This is my only Blade Master armor set. It's just a general use set. It's got auto tracker and sharpness +1. It's pretty good for this game. You have to understand that in 1st gen, armor skills aren't as, you know, numerous, can't come by as many of them in mixed sets, and I will say that Yells in the chat is actually the one who pointed this set out to me. He recommended that I make this, so I went and did so. Well, not so much this exact set, rather these skills in a mixed set, and then I used a version of Athena's armor set search that had been altered for this game to actually pick these pieces. This was the easiest mixture of armor pieces for me to craft at the time, so I went and did that. And auto tracker is actually very useful. In fact, Yells and I recently did a Monster Hunter Portable DLC, which is to say Japanese DLC, with I think 15 Kezus. like 15 or something in total spawn in the quest, and ideally you aim to kill all of them in 30 minutes. It's about as hard as it sounds. It's easy to kill them, but not to kill that many of them. Sorry, Corey. I will stay away from you. The whole hunt has been me trying to stay away from you, because you're the damage dealer here. Or one of the main damage dealers. It's a bit dangerous. LMR is like upswinging in Corey's direction, not to be advised. But yeah, Auto Tracker was really helpful for that Kezu quest, because we were able to see where they were at any given time, because they were constantly respawning, so that means that you wouldn't really get the chance to paintball them. And you would obviously run out of Psycho Serums before the end of the quest, in fact long before the end of the quest, in the end. So it was very helpful in that particular quest. 2 of us had Auto Tracker and the other 2 didn't, Yells being one of those people, the other one being Yuli, who is the kind of the French monster under one extraordinaire of our little community. Long time first gen player. And yeah, the 2 people who didn't have Auto Tracker were terribly confused, let me put it that way. Just got pinged somewhere on the Discord, don't know where, not going to check it at this stage. A fashion set for 15 Kezus in one hunt. Well, I see you like to live dangerously. We are in the final area. It's my opinion that we've probably done all the damage necessary to get him to die. I mean, we might not have. I might be overestimating the damage of the team, but if Indio has been shooting this monster consistently with that bowgun this entire hunt, and Koray's been attacking Ash and Lao Shanlung consistently with those dual blades for this entire hunt, and then you factor in my damage and Elamal's damage, yeah, I think this monster has reached its threshold. But I suppose we'll continue to attack it, because we may as well. We're not at risk of flinching this monster so much that he doesn't reach Area 5 before the timer runs out. Now, I'm usually able to maintain ammunition until the end of the hunt when I gun. I prefer to gun Lao Shanlong, honestly, but I don't really feel like gunning right now. Why is your head inside the wall? That was actually a rather well done upswing there. It sort of followed the head. Hello, Jenny. But yeah, it's worth mentioning that, like, I was going to say, oh, here I am in Freedom 1, but I'm just fighting a Lao Shanlung, nothing too exciting, but the reality is that there is nothing exciting to hunt in first gen for a person that hasn't played first gen, because all of the first gen monsters are very well known by now. That just encapsulates the fact that these monsters just keep coming back. And it might help to give perspective on just how over the top it is for Capcom to be bringing back these monsters still after all this time. But yeah, that's a separate discussion, I suppose. I don't know what sort of damage LMR is doing. I don't know if that's a poison greatsword. I can only assume that it is. It's the Raytheon greatsword. He's not going to be applying poison to this monster. But I don't know what the raw damage is like. I think the white Monoblos greatsword is the best greatsword for damage in this game, but maybe not. Maybe the sharpness isn't good enough for it to actually end up being the best one for damage. I haven't really looked into the best raw greatsword of the game. I think I did look into it before and decided that it was a bit too much effort to make, at least at this stage in the game for me, so I haven't bothered to try and do that yet. I've got a few greatswords, but yeah. My current raw greatsword would be the Epitaph Blade. Which isn't all that good. It's not an amazing greatsword. There are definitely better raw greatswords out there. In fact, Elamal's greatsword now is probably better than that. But I love the design of that weapon, so I use it anyway. I'm actually going to go and relax at Area 5. I have a few more things for this recording to set up anyway. Now, I usually don't go on this side of Lao Shanlong. It's probably not a great idea. I think it's actually more dangerous to go on this side, but I'll... Oh, never mind. I don't know if you saw that, but his animation reset, almost. It snapped to something else, and so that confused me. I thought he wasn't going to swing his tail. But yeah, definitely going on the other side of him, the opposite side to where I just went, is the safest route. But yeah, I don't see any particular need to continue attacking him at this stage. We've definitely reached the threshold by now. Yes, Ron Money, it is Freedom 1. And White Corre is pinging. Is he saying keep attacking the monster? I mean, why else would he be pinging there? I guess. What's been said in the chat? Nothing's been said in the actual Discord chat. I mean, there's no real reason to keep attacking him there, at least not in my opinion. Yes, so when I said that I have other things to set up, what I really meant was the chat for Discord, so let me organize that. There we go. So that'll be the chat, which will be shown on screen when I'm typing in that. Otherwise, it's the game. So yeah, this is kind of the Lao Shanlong experience. You just sit here and relax in this area. They've both decided to go and deal damage, just to be on the safe side, I suppose. As far as I'm concerned, if Lao Shanlong hasn't reached his threshold by halfway through Area 4, then your team's probably not doing much damage, and I'm pretty convinced that we're dealing good damage, so... yeah. I could be remembering it incorrectly, though. It's always possible. Don't quote me on anything I say, because I am indeed fallible. I am human. I can be wrong. Alright. I'll go and bring the chat up. I do enjoy the ambient sounds of this particular area, sort of this howling wind in the distance. Might not be super audible for you, but I don't know, it's nice. That would just be Bell's Whiskey. Ron? So my hope is that we're not going to be doing this again. If we end up doing it again, then fine, because at the end of the day, it's good stuff for me. Like, good materials for me, that is to say. But it's not going to be all that entertaining. But admittedly, it would be more entertaining to watch me fight a Lao Shanlong than to watch me sit in the guild hall just waiting for someone to hunt with. So I'll take what I can get, if you understand. No, I'm on and off with all the Monster Hunter games, Ron. I was tempted to spend time on Monster Hunter 1, the Japanese Monster Hunter 1, before really getting to a point in this game where I felt that I was truly endgame and didn't have much more to really do. But I don't think I will do that. I think I will focus on Freedom 1, and then go to Monster Hunter 1, with the intention of eventually leveling up my character to endgame Monster Hunter G level. I don't want to spread myself too thin. Freedom 1 and Monster Under G are very, very similar. In terms of what you're physically hunting, it's the same game. In terms of, you know, the fact that you've got a city mode, that's pretty different. That's unique to Monster Under G, but still, I don't really think that's good enough to warrant actively playing both games at the same time. I think it would be a case of, oh no. He's in the carve zone, but oh, that's fine. Now the problem, what is so ridiculous about this? Look how long it takes for him to die. This asshole has 9 carves, and I have to wait, like, I don't know, 10 seconds for him to fucking die? Just to start carving. It's downright inconsiderate. I hate this monster. City mode is, I don't know if you're familiar with Monster Hunter Tri, but that is the game that has city mode that most people are familiar with. It was a theme of the PS2 Monster Hunter games. Basically, you had an online-only part of the game where you could play with other people, and it would sort of take place in a city. The idea being that you had village quests, and then you had online city mode quests. The city of first gen was Mineguard. The city of Monster Hunter DOS was Dundorma, which made a return in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, but not in its, well, I'm not sure if it was entirely brought back, probably most of it. And then of course the city of Tri, after DOS, was Locklack. Holy shit! Oh, very good, very good. I have to screenshot that. I'm so scared that where is my keyboard? I don't even know where my keyboard is. My keyboard isn't nearby. I'm not going to run the timer out. No fucking way. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Lao Shan Lung Ruby. That's serious business. That's not, oh, you got the rare item, how lucky. It's more than that. That's serious. Fucking nice. I would go so far as to say that what I just received is one of the hardest rare items to get in the entire series, okay? Because it's Lao Shan Lung, a hunt that takes like 30 minutes, and it's a 1% drop. Which should give you an idea of the amount of time that it would physically take to get that if you're not super lucky. So, yeah, fuck yeah. Should I aim for, I mean, this is the thing. I will appraise you all of my conundrum. Hold on, where is it? This is my problem here. Either I make this thing, which is not as good as the above version, or I make this, which again is really very good, but it requires 2 rubies. That's really hard to get. But I just got 1, so I've only got 3 Azure Horns, so fuck it. I'll just aim to get another ruby. It's going to be hard. I'm not just going to get another one without difficulty. I'm not going to be handed one or anything. But at this rate, I think I may as well. Really good. I'm very glad that I got that on camera as well. That was very nice. I can't even fucking put it away. I hate this game sometimes. The lack of space is just pathetic. I mean, these Thunder G vouchers from that Japanese DLC, I'm tempted to even remove them, because there's just no space in this box. Yeah, of course my box is full. I'll go for a single stack of Wyvern Fangs. As a gunner, it just hurts me to know that I can't put combination materials for ammo in this box, because I can't even fit my monster materials in here, much less combination materials. So, yeah, no fucking way. These flash bugs. So you can't even stack flash bugs over 10. So of course they take up all this space. It's just this very, very nasty combination of lack of space and then also so many item types not stacking properly. I'd say that 3 pages for the box would be manageable if everything stacked to 99, but that's not the way it is. It's just not, and it's ridiculous. You can't even hold more than 3 Psycho Serums in a stack in the box. Eat my ass, Capcom. Seriously, what were you thinking? It's a bloody insult. And see these things here? They take up so much space, but... I'm sickened by this game sometimes. It's this relentless assault on my patience. It really is. Okay. I don't know what these guys are doing. What are they doing? Oh, I think they're doing more Lao Shanlang. If that's the case, then so be it. I'm happy to work towards getting another Lao Shanlang Ruby. Imagine if I could get 2 back-to-back while live. That would be... I think that'd be a world first. That's right, Yells. I'm trying to get the schisms, and I don't really regret making the Epitaph Eternal, whatever they call it in this game. Epitaph Blade. I don't regret making that, but low priority compared to the schisms. Because for those who are not aware, it is... Oh, I do have a worn hammer here, not very interesting. For those who are unaware, that is the best choice for dual blades to fight Fatalis, due to the high dragon weakness of Fatalis on the head. I'm tempted to use something different if we're doing this again. In fact, I'm very much tempted to do something, or use something different. I will go Greatsword then. Isn't Lao Shanlang a bit weak to fire? I believe so. Thank you for the follow answer. I will check the fire weakness of Lao Shanlang. Oh, that's right, my keyboard isn't nearby. I have to go and grab that. Oh, hopefully I don't move my green screen in the process. Oh. Almost bumped my green screen. Okay. So I'm just going to check the weaknesses for Lao Shanlang. I think it's hyphenated that way. Is that not right? Well, whatever. Fire is indeed a good weakness. Or an effective weakness for me, that is. So... Oh, I was pinged in bot commands, no doubt for friendship points. Okay, I'll use the Rathalos Fire Sword then. It was a choice between that and the Epitaph Blade. Epitaph Blade would be dealing less damage, I think, overall. Come on. I'm going to speed up here because you can't actually skip this eating sequence, it's really dumb. Do forgive me for ruining your immersion if it does that. But I would like to get back into this room as soon as possible. I can't believe I got a ruby, that's nuts. So yeah, I am assuming that we're doing it again. So we will do that. So Elamau, I think, took Daigo's spot last time. I don't think Elamau was supposed to be hunting with us. I mean, I'm sure it was communicated in some way. Indio's like, what the fuck? Which is an appropriate reaction. It's not a minor thing to get that. It's not like, oh, that guy was lucky. It's a serious achievement to get a ruby in this game. anyway. I'm pretty happy that I got it on camera anyway. Gonna sell these bloody things. Oh, well, I don't really need those. I'm gonna sell these antidote herbs. I don't have space for them in my box. That is the reality. Alright. I don't think Daigor's going to be hunting with us. It's not looking like it. I don't know if there's a conversation going on. What's going to happen then? I'm going to have to ready up really quickly before LMR takes one of our spots. LMR is DEK in the chat. At no time, at no point was DEK given a spot. I asked for my spot before he did, and Daigor was hunting with them before both of us. So really, LMR is not included in this. As I understand it, Daigor didn't come with us last time because he was stuck in some screen in the emulator or something. So I shouldn't come off second best in this situation, that's the point. Well, look, I don't know if we're departing without Daigor, I've got no idea. I don't really want to, but I'll leave it up to Corey. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what we will do. I might be misunderstanding the situation. Maybe it was never intended for Daigor to hunt with us in the first place. Apparently not. Apparently not. Now, I will extend my apologies to any person who doesn't really want to watch Lao Shan Lung all day. But, guess what? That's what you're getting, and I'm happy to do this, really, because it's giving me a chance to work towards materials for Lao Shan Lung. I got a ruby last time, imagine if I could get another one this time. In case anyone wanted to know, it's not possible to skip this cutscene. That's the sad reality. I don't know whose idea it was to not allow for that. I suppose it wasn't like an active decision. Oh, let's not allow them to skip it multiplayer, or in multiplayer. I'm sure it's because they couldn't work out how to have everyone skip it, or something like that. There would have been a game design issue there. Nothing like. I'm just keeping up with the chat in case. Hold on. Alrighty. These guys, because they're gunning, are of course shooting Lao Shan Lung while he's over there. His weak point for gunning is actually in the back. The stomach is also good, but his back there is also a good thing to pierce through, basically, if you are inclined to use pierce, which I would obviously recommend. It's a big monster, so lots to pierce through. No rush, obviously, getting over here, because we're going to be sitting here waiting for Lao Shan Lung to get in melee distance. I'm a bit worried about sharing the head with Alamau. In fact, I don't have to, now that I think about it. I can aim for the stomach and he can aim for the head. Whatever he wants. If he wants it the other way around, then fine. I'll take whatever I can get. I think the idea of siege quests is good answer. The only problem is that Lao Shan Lung is just not a good monster. I've never thought that he's a fun hunt. I've just done it too much now. I've done it too much in too many games. I'm sick of it, but... yeah. Yes, I'm gonna give Elamau head. That's right. Sharing the head with Elamau. Yeah, alright. Point taken. Good thing the context is very clear. But yeah, if I can make my dragon greatsword, I'll be a happy lad. Because, what's going on with you? I know what you're looking to do. For those who are not familiar with first gen, I can whip out a gesture that only exists in first gen for you. I don't know why they got rid of it, really. It's very weird. Because all the other ones stayed for 4 generations of Monster Hunter, but this one was removed. Oh, there are some people, I've talked about this whole scene, there are some people who prefer Lao Shan Lung to Gen Moran, and I will never understand those people. I think that's very, very strange. I mean, I can perfectly understand if you have an issue with Gen Moran. Like, I personally find him to be pretty fun, but if someone else finds it to be boring, then I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't understand where they're coming from, but to say that Lao Shan Lung would be better that's a difficult one. That's a difficult one. Alright, Elamau, I'll leave it to you. I'm going to the stomach, thank you. As you can see, it's going to be hard to reposition because I can't roll backwards, obviously, so I guess my best option is to face this way. It's a bit weird and will offer a strange perspective for you guys, but this is the best way to keep hitting the stomach while catching up with Lao Shan Lung. I need to be facing in the direction of where I'm going to be rolling. Oh, I just avoided the stomach going down there, which was good. Can't fucking see anything. We don't want him to be flinching too much. That's 3 flinches in the space of about 5 seconds. I can't roll straight, Tech, because if I go straight, then he'll run into me. That's the point. If you're attacking the chest, you can roll straight, then back, but I'm going more for the middle of the stomach, so if I roll straight, then I'll be rolling into his forward motion, which is dangerous. Getting sick of that stomach falling down. This is exactly why I gun, honestly. But I'm not really in the mood to deal with combination materials for shots right now. See, that's the chest. I'm bouncing on the chest, but the stomach will be fine. Seriously. And that's the stomach. No bounce, separate hit zone. Hey, Wonderlord. Welcome to the fun. Original Lao Shan Lung. It's an absolute joy. In fact, this might even be a better way to go about it. Except, yeah, see, I'm too close to those damn legs. I just don't want to sharpen up because I did drop to blue really quickly, so I don't want to be sharpening up to white the whole damn hunt. That's very annoying. Ow. It's a lot of damage, as you can tell. Get away from that leg. It's dangerous. Yes, this is Ashen Lao Shan Lung. I don't know if he's actually called Ashen Lao Shanlong in this game. He might just be called Azure Lao Shanlong. I don't think the word Ashen appears anywhere here. It might, but I don't think it does. Oh, here we go. I'll attack his face, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, no charging with Greatsword in first gen, for anyone who doesn't know. Because I may as well clarify that. I do have some people who watch me from 4th gen who aren't familiar with old Mod Thunder, so... Yeah, this is the way 1st gen is. I'm actually at risk of death right now, if you can believe that. So I need to straighten up and perform. I'm not going to waste any Mega Potions on a Lao Shanlong hunt, that's ridiculous, so... Nope. Okay, fortunately that's not much in the way of damage for me to be taking, so... I may sharpen up here. Actually, I won't, because we're about to flee anyway. Well, not flee, but reposition more. Like, the amount of damage I'm taking from this asshole of a monster is just bothersome now. Alright. I'll go up here and heal. Ugh. Well, I was going to before that happened. Bloody wind press. Yeah, forget it. I'm out of here. LML, I hear that sheathing helps. It's just a thing that I heard one day. Might be true, might not be. But, yeah, I'd give it a try. Anyway. Yeah, in Monster Hunter Freedom, you can actually have as many as 10 people in your online gathering hall, but you can only see up to 4 at a time. So you can see the names, but you can't see the characters themselves. Or the players and their characters. It basically links to which quest you've joined up on. If you join up on a quest from the quest board, you'll be able to see everyone who has also joined that quest, which is a good system. I think that's sensible. I bring Mega Potions, yeah. I don't use them very often. I can understand why you would be discouraged from doing so because of the nature of the box, but I find Mega Potions to be important. Not, you know, all 9 of them or all 10 of them, depending on how many you'd have in your inventory at any given time, but having some of them, you know, just to use in circumstances where you've taken a lot of damage and you don't want to be standing there using like 4 potions consecutively. Well, do as you like, but that's very inefficient if you take a heavy hit. The main reason, however, behind the conservative use of Mega Potions is not to do with the box or anything like that. It's to do with the fact that honey is so difficult to get in this game. The maximum amount you can get from the farm in one go is like 3. Maybe 4 if you're lucky, but it's fucking bad. It's just bad. I don't know what they were thinking with this game. I'll never understand it. You can upswing me, you get a free pass. It's first gen, isn't it? So not rolling forwards there, because that would be very dangerous. Forwards from this point, however, is a good idea. And I'm hitting the same places that I would be if I were turning the other way anyway, so this is the best way to go about it. Ow. No. Must resist temptation to sharpen. That's the thing, Answer. Everyone has their own opinions on that. I think it's a good concept, but unfortunately, I don't think it makes for a good game. I think, you know, that hunter-gatherer concept, to have such limited space puts you in a hunter-gatherer's mindset. I mean, yeah, that's the reason why anyone can justify that. Like, you wouldn't be able to justify it otherwise. But I think the thing that Capcom has always struggled with is striking a balance between good ideas and good game design. Usually, they're good on the ideas side of things, but as far as, you know, filtering through the ideas that work for a video game and ideas that don't, I think they've really struggled with that. Really struggled with that. The entire first generation of Monster Hunter and most of second was them struggling with that. It wasn't until third gen that they finally realized, oh shit, maybe we should make a good video game instead of, you know, something that looks good on paper but plays like a fucking monstrosity of a video game. I love second gen though, don't get me wrong, I started in Freedom Unite, but really, to be honest, I think Freedom Unite was fine. There are a few little things here and there that were a bit rough around the edges, but it wasn't offensive like it is in first gen and basically all the games leading up to Freedom Unite, including Freedom 2. But yeah, the first gen players don't mind because they take it as the norm. People who play first gen are just like, well, that's what you're given. You get what you're given, you deal with it, and you enjoy the game. There is enjoyment here, but I find that it's not so much learning how to appreciate first gen as much as it is developing a tolerance for it. It's more like you're developing a tolerance than learning to appreciate it. That's the way I've always seen it. You need to develop a real fucking thick skin, and then you might start to enjoy yourself. What you're enjoying is not even necessarily hunting the monsters, it's enjoying not being in misery. Oh wow, this hunt is not utterly miserable, I've become used to the process now, so I'm having fun. That's really what it's like. It doesn't make for a good video game, you know. Beating your players into a state of almost Stockholm Syndrome is not, like, a good way to go about it. Oh, he's not beating me today, I'm happy. Well, are you really happy? Answer, have you played a Monster Hunter game before? Because it sounds like first generation Monster Hunter is your first experience with Monster Hunter, and if that's the case, then you're very lucky. I wish I could have started in first generation, because then I would have developed the tolerances to enjoy first gen even more. How could you have played Tri 3 Ultimate Generations Ultimate World and Rise, and only now, today, learn that you can be stunned by a monster roar? How is that possible? Oh. Stunned as in KO'd, okay. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Well, I don't care to imagine that, Wonderlord. What I would rather imagine is a world where Capcom decided that they would do that for Generations Ultimate. You know, their decision to bring back Lao Shan Lung in Generations Ultimate was truly retarded. for the reason that they just brought back the same monster. I mean, we've fought the Siege Lao Shanlung. Let's have a real Lao Shanlung fight. Let's see what he can do. Probably not all that much, but they can get creative with him. We've only seen him in this sort of trying to survive mode, this mode of I must run away from Fatalis. Forget the hunters. My survival is at stake. We've only fought Lao Shanlung in that mode. So who knows what he could do. He's apparently an Elder Dragon, so he might have some crazy elemental abilities that we haven't seen. I don't know, you know, get fucking creative, Capcom. Don't bring back the Siege Hunt. I'm sure they did it because I'm almost sure, and someone's going to tell me this, that they brought Lao Shanlung back in the form that they did for the sake of nostalgia. The whole reason why monsters were being brought back in Generations Ultimate was because it was a celebration of old Monster Hunter. And, oh, we can't bring back Lao Shanlung, but different, because that's not going to match up with people's recollections of having fought Lao Shanlung in the past. Well, here's a question for you. Who reminisces about hunting Lao Shanlung? Who's sitting there going, oh, I loved hunting Lao Shanlung? No! No! I don't need that. That's something I'd rather forget about old Monster Hunter. You know, bring back honey only stacking to 10 because it's nostalgic. No, just keep it out. They didn't do that, so don't bring back Lao Shanlung. That's an extreme comparison, but still, I'm not impressed with the fact that they brought back Lao Shanlung in the form that they did. I understand that they tried to make it more fun by adding siege weaponry, like the, I don't even know what they're called, you know, the thing on tracks that shoots a cannon, and then you've also got the real big cannon. That sort of makes it more fun, but it's still the same hunt, and I still don't want to use siege weaponry. I'd rather hit the monster with my weapon, so yeah, I don't know, pretty bad. I found it insulting that they would bring back that monster, but not Darren Moran or Jen Moran, personally, or even make a new monster of that sort. Well, Fatalis is one of those Elder Dragons that, while he does not appear to be all that strong, he is. He's the king of Elder Dragons. Lao Shanlung's really big, but Fatalis is the king of Elder Dragons. He's dangerous to everything. I don't really know the details of the lore, but that much can be confirmed just by hunting it. He's got so much health, and he hurts you so much. He's just this nondescript black dragon, but he's very, very strong, which is part of the allure of the monster. It's part of the mystery of the monster. It's the fact that he just looks like this black dragon that's just sort of walking around and swinging his tail, but he's incredibly strong. And I like that about Fatalis. It's mysterious and just generally interesting. Like myself, yeah. You would describe yourself as a nondescript black dragon, apparently. But yeah, we're 15 minutes in. I'm keeping myself entertained, and more than anything else, I have a Lao Shanlung ruby in sight. Now some would say that that's totally greedy, just overzealous and unrealistic, to even so much as pray for 2 Lao Shanlung rubies back to back, but I'm gonna be praying. I want that greatsword. I don't even remember where to get commendations because I need 5 of them and I have 0. I've had them in the past, but I've used them recently on some weapon. And yeah, I'm gonna need to get those, but fuck it. Like, once I've got those 2 Lao Shanlung rubies, nothing's gonna stand in my way. I'll be walking around with a weapon that really is like this big achievement, and I look forward to it. It's a very good weapon, and to get it, you have to take a long time. I think my friend, well, Yuli, he, I think, needed 6 months of playing the game regularly to actually get 2 Lao Shanlung rubies. So again, it's probably an unrealistic hope, but whatever. Indio has made his way over to the final area, but I think I'll keep on attacking. I don't know what sort of damage we've been dealing. I'm sure it's good damage. I think we've got, yeah, we've got 2 gunners. We're probably fine. So, in that case, I will head on over there myself. And I'll sharpen up. I'll leave my rations for that area once I get there. It gives me something to do once I'm there instead of just standing still, twiddling my thumbs. Well, I hope commendations can be acquired from quests that aren't low-rank Lao Shan Lung. Otherwise, I'll be pretty annoyed. I've done enough low-rank Lao Shan Lung to upgrade the weapons at their lower forms. So, I don't know, I can live with it, I guess, if that's necessary, but I'd really rather not. I'll look into it when necessary, but if I get another Lao Shan Lung ruby now, after I've, you know, frothed at the mouth and completely lost my shit, I will have to look into getting commendations, but yeah, we'll see. Long story short, if I don't get a Lao Shan Lung ruby right now, I'm not going to be bitterly disappointed. I'm not going to like, smash my fist on the table and go, what the fuck? What a waste of my time. I got my hopes up for nothing. It's not going to be happening. Because what I mean is that I'm not going to react in that way. I'm not going to say that getting the ruby's not going to be happening. That might happen, you never know, but it's not something to expect. It's something to hope. You're going to win the lottery, or you're going to get 2 Lao Shan Lung rubies back to back. There was a guy who got 2 in one hunt, Decker. And, yeah, I don't know what sort of luck he was tapping into that day, but could have used that to win $1 million as far as I'm concerned. Oh, okay. I didn't say that you were referring to your past message. I don't think people needed to experience the Lao Siege, honestly. But, whatever. Thank you, Wonderlord. I don't know who's stronger. I think Fatalis is just defaultly the strongest of the Elder Dragons, so I would say that Fatalis is stronger than Elatrion, but I think it would be a good fight if they had a fight. I think it would be close. I think Elatrion would be a good match for Fatalis, but I think Fatalis would outlast Elatrion in the end. I've never really thought about it. There was a misunderstanding in the old days of Monster Hunter that Lao Shan Lung would actually reach like 1 HP, and then past a certain point you would be able to deal damage again to Lao Shan Lung. Once he got in, past a certain point into this area. It's actually not that way. His threshold is something like 2000 HP, so there is HP that you need to lower once he gets in here. I believe you can deal damage to him as soon as you lay eyes on him here. So you can technically kill him out of the calm zone, if you were dealing just unreasonable damage to him. But yeah, as I was trying to mention last hunt, because Lao Shan Lung takes so long to die, you can't even get all of your calves. It's not possible. Because you lose much of that time waiting for him to fucking fall down and die. Annoying as it is. Did I get it? No. Just missed that 8th calf. Hey, Spaceman. No. Didn't get it. That's alright. It would be totally ridiculous if I had gotten 2 in a row. Totally ridiculous, just unreasonable. But we can hope, can't we? We can hope. Hello, Darksu. Yes, it is Monsanto Freedom. Some people, just for the sake of distinguishing it from the, distinguishing it between the other Freedom games, call it Freedom 1, but it's Monsanto Freedom. It is what it is. I will actually do friendship points as well. But I'm going to do a bit of a weird thing. Not that that can... Hehehe. How many did I get? I got 3, so I successfully CTY'd, if any of you even know what that is, 3 times in a row. Which is good. Very good. Okay. What I was just talking about is entirely irrelevant, so... Looks like Indio has to go. My hope is that we will do a different hunt after this. I don't really want to just do Lao Shanlong the whole time. How do I phrase this? Oh dear. I think Indio's saying that he and Corey have been hunting Lao Shanlong for 4 hours. Because he just said thank you for the farm and said that they'd been hunting for 4 hours, so 4 hours of Lao Shanlong's pretty bad. Now the only reason why you would hunt Lao Shanlong for 4 hours is if you're looking for a ruby, and I fucking got it. I stole it. I came in there and on the first hunt got a fucking ruby, so... I almost feel sorry for them. But I don't, because I've hunted plenty of Lao Shanlong. I think it's time for me to get one. They've been hunting since yesterday. Again, it'll probably be a while until I get my next Lao Shanlong ruby, but I'll hold out hope. The Lao Shanlong greatsword is definitely sought after. It's a real endgame pickup, because of just how much Lao Shanlong you need to hunt to get it. I'm not sure what you mean by hint Daigo about profusion. Just mention profusion? I don't want this to be a Lao Shanlong stream, but again, I'm a slave to whatever these guys want to do. I'd rather this than sit around doing nothing. I don't know how Corey can remain entertained, honestly, but fine. I will actually gun this time, if we're doing La Shanlong. As far as organising my ammunition for it, are not we. I won't even respond to that. He's basically saying no indication was given that we were going to stop doing it, so why would you suggest that we would stop doing it? That's what he means to say, which is fair enough and doesn't require my response. Stop that! Equipment set, equip that. Bloody hell. Alright. Now as far as ammunition, I think I'll be able to purchase what I need. I'm going to be bringing combination materials for... Don't run around the table, please. I'm definitely not in need of that. Alright, blessed wine. Go. Oh, Daigor doesn't have profusion? Poor bastard. Oh, it is annoying to get, I will admit. I will admit. I'll let him know. I'll let him know. Alright, ammunition. I think it's Velociprey Fangs, so... but I think I can purchase them, can't I? Looks like that's a bit of a running gag in this community at the moment. Daigor not getting that, that profusion. Alright. Now I think she sells the fangs that I need. I'm just going to put what I need in my inventory right now. Outside of that... Wait, is she selling pin tuner as well? Fuck me sideways, I'll buy them too. You better believe it. Now I'll purchase the shots that I need. Or not. Not from you, apparently. Who's selling them? Must be the guy with the bag. The guy with the bag. Speeding up so that he eventually appears. Man with bag. Where's Pierce? Oh, I understand. It'll be in the... Yes, I know where it will be. Very well. Don't know if bringing flaming shots is worthwhile. I'll bring them just for good measure. But I need huskberries if I can get them. Can I get them? Actually, even... Oh, small bone husks. I don't have any of those. Hopefully they can be purchased. We'll see. Usually it's just huskberries that can be purchased. Fuck me sideways. Okay, in that case, I'm going to sell these pin tuner. I don't even want to take up a slot in my box with these. Hopefully they don't depart without me. I mean, anything is possible with Corey. He's a very, very cold, emotionless individual, so... Alright. Did I successfully sell those? Yes. So, I've got... Apparently I haven't combined for that? What? I know it's PS1, so... Yeah, stop that. I know what it is. I just was wondering why it hadn't been combined on this character yet. It's a bit weird. Notice how you can't stack combo books either? For fuck's sake. Have I eaten? I should have. Okay, Corey has given me the thumbs up, which is good. I don't know, maybe my dealings with him have been negative, but he might not be an arsehole. I'm not saying he's an arsehole, I'm just saying that, you know, he's not he hasn't been super friendly in my dealings with him, that's all. Not as cold and emotionless as Hellhound, but he's not exactly a bundle of fun. Now, PS3. I'm going to enter the offline hub first, speeding up to save time. Yes, here's PS level 3. Actually, does this shoot PS level 3? It should. Yes, it does. Okay. So I should be set up. I should be fine, ammunition-wise. I will bring normal shots just for good measure as well. I'm not going to bring combination material. I'm not going to bring combination materials for them for the reason that I am actually... What's the word? Let's just put it in simple terms. I'm using my Huskberries for PS1. How about that? I'm reserving Huskberries for PS1 is what I was trying to say. It has recoil with PS3? That's right, I remember that. So in that case, I will save PS3 for when I'm out of everything else. I seem to recall that as well. So, PS3 is a backup. It'll be good damage, just poor DPS, and quite frankly, high DPS against a fucking Lao Shanlung is not all that necessary. It's a long haul hunt already. So, should be good to go. If we're going to do Lao Shanlung for a third time in this live stream, we may as well do it a little differently. That is the best way to go about it. And this will only be the second time you've had to sit through this cutscene, because I did start the live stream after the cutscene before. But I readily concede that this is probably still pretty boring to have to sit through this again. But yeah, Profusion is annoying to get. You need a gold Raytheon Ruby and a silver Rathalos Ruby. For those who are unaware, those subspecies of Raytheon and Rathalos do have their own rare drops in this game. In the later games they just drop the standard Raytheon and Rathalos material. Shoot the 3 on the start? What do you mean? I'll be shooting the monster at the start, but... I don't have Demon Shot, if that's what you're suggesting. I don't have it in my inventory. Oh shoot, PS level 3, I understand. Well, I may as well. I thought you meant shoot the other 3 hunters. I don't know, I was trying to make sense of what you were saying. Yeah, may as well. As you can see, the recoil's a bit high there. But it would make sense to shoot PS level 3 at this greater distance, so that I can get more piercings through the monster at a higher damage level. I've not... Tech. I've not played that. Haven't even heard of it, actually. Oh, am I the one guy gunning? Okay. Well, it falls to me to break the back. It is always the priority to break the back. If I don't break the back, I will have failed as the gunner. It's worth mentioning. So the back is priority number 1. And then after that, I'll try to at least break one shoulder. I have not actually succeeded in breaking the back and both shoulders in this game as a solo gunner. I've only been able to break the back and one shoulder. So, yeah, as I understand it, if you break the back and both shoulders, that is maximum chance for Lao Shanlung rubies, so, yeah. The shoulders are really just, yeah, you just shoot the shoulders tech. It's not, like, complicated. I will say that it's better to shoot in line with the monster, if that makes sense. So rather than shooting from the side, you want to shoot in line with the monster so that you get more piercings through the shoulder itself, instead of getting the first few impact piercings on the shoulder and then have the rest of the piercings go through the body. So you sort of want to be straight on with the monster to do it. Really? That's the same. In fact, one of the shoulders was broken in our previous hunt. Yeah, in Freedom Unite, breaking both shoulders and the back is very easy, but in this game, I find that I can't get both shoulders broken, just one. That's very interesting. I haven't had any issues with it. You have to be pretty... I will say that I'm not even close to breaking two. I have to focus on one shoulder the whole hunt, and it'll break towards the end of the hunt. Like, final... not final area, but area 4, I guess. That's usually how it happens. So I'll pick a shoulder. I don't know if I should take the right or the left. I don't know what would be easier. I'll take right. But of course I'll focus on the back first. That's the priority. I don't know if that's due to whatever the rewards would be. Like higher chance for rubies with a back break reward, I don't know. The rewards are a bit of a mystery in this game. At least as far as I'm concerned. Oh god, listen to that fucking, I guess, distortion of two dragon dual blade users. Just the sound effects of two, I don't know, dragon weapons together is just this terrible distortion. Just this. You can hear it, I don't need to try to imitate it. You can see the amount of flinching we're getting off here. There is by no means a dearth of damage being dealt. There's plenty of it to go around, and this monster's going to have a bad day. I just need to perform my task. To be the gunner is to really be the one who... Let's put it this way, if I fail as the gunner, which I'm not going to because it's not a hard job, but what I mean to say is that to fail as the gunner is to basically waste our time. Because if we're doing a hunt without the back broken, it's like, well, why are we here? So, that is the situation. As far as the back being broken visually, it's fairly obvious. Less spikes and a big chunk of the back is removed. Well, not a big chunk, but part of it. Gunning in a game with bad input detection is actually truly miserable. See how I have been at full Hello? Thank you. I was at full ammunition, and I was not just pointing my gun towards the back and deciding not to shoot there. I had pressed the button to shoot about 10 times, and the game was like, nope, you never pressed that button. What are you talking about? And if that sounds like an exaggeration in any way, I invite any person to give it a shot. That's what you have to deal with. It's fucking terrible. But yeah, this is an opportunity to have a bit of fun with the hunt anyway. Again, I wasn't really asking for a Lao Shan Lung livestream, but as I said, you have to take what you can get. I can't quite remember how much ammo is needed to break the back. I used to have a good idea, but it's been a while since the last time I gunned at Lao Shanlong. Well, I haven't been playing this game consistently recently. That would be the main issue. I just want plenty of ammo for those shoulders, really. Or the shot. There we go, there's the broken back. I think one of the rocks that was falling ended up breaking it in the end, which is good. Alright, this is the shoulder that we want. I'm going to stand... See, this position here allows for more piercings through the shoulder itself. If I were to stand perpendicular to the monster, there would be too many piercings going through the body instead of the shoulder. Now, if you've got a good normal gun setup, no problem at all. But I've got Pierce up, and this is a good gun for Pierce, so I'm using Pierce. Oh, you keep that away from me, sir. The amount of button spamming just to get a single shot out is... ugh. Shoulder to shoulder? I don't think it pierces that far. I think PS3 might pierce that far, Tech, but not PS1. Definitely not PS1. No way in hell. You wouldn't even get halfway through the monster with PS1. I also don't know if the piercings lose damage the further it pierces through the monster. I haven't really looked into the mathematics of pierce shots, but yeah. Just combine. I can't even hold the button to combine, for fuck's sake. I mean, what would you have me do? It's a bit of a slow process, isn't it? Maybe you can't even... Maybe that's not something you can do in first gen Monster Hunter. Just hold the button down and combine automatically. That would make sense. I can perfectly appreciate that that might be a possibility. Alright. Next area. Making good progress, though. Whoa! What was that? I was watching his tail and all of a sudden it did a fucking curve. I'm like, I've never seen that. What's he done? It's like he got electrocuted and his whole body went rigid or something. That's what it looked like from that angle. I don't know. I guess I never see him flinch when I'm doing that, so having only watched his tail, I saw something that I'd never seen before. So that was actually disconcerting. I was like, what is he doing? But I'll tell you what, even though we're doing Lao Shanlong back to back over and over again, at least there's no downtime. I take no pleasure in a Lao Shanlong only stream, but there's no downtime. Like, I'm not sitting here waiting for a hunt. It's not like that last Freedom Unite hunt that I did where it was like 3 hunts in an hour and 50 minutes. Fortunately, it's not that, so... Has Australia burned completely yet? No, not quite yet. It's getting there. We do have a lot of fires over here, but not recently. Haven't had any really bad fires. We'll see how the fire season is this year. I don't know. We always have fires, it's just whether or not they're big enough to warrant international news coverage. The fires of 2019 into early 2020 were apparently big enough for that, but still, like, we always have big fires. Oh, I cannot fucking listen to that sound of the distorting dragon element effect. It's pure ear rape. I don't know if it's ear rape for you guys, but... oh. Don't know about that. Go back to the stomach. Stop it, Jazz. Go over there. Apparently Daigor's not here again. Come to think of it, I didn't even notice. I just assumed that he had joined, but I never actually checked to see who was in the hunt. Now that I realise. I don't know what's happening with him. Maybe he's put his foot down and decided that if he doesn't have profusion, he's not going to do this monster. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up. But, yeah. No, I'm not going to combine yet. No. The fires, I mean, I think some of them were started through, or by way of arson. Arson has definitely been a factor and always is a factor when it comes to our fires, but a lot of them do start naturally. Our forests, our bushland, are designed to burn. The burning of our trees causes their seeds to spread, and the reality is that our bushland actually recovers better than it did before, after a terrible fire. The entire ecosystem is basically designed around the high fire danger of our country. It's obviously not all that ideal for human habitation, but that's nature. Australia has historically been called the land of extremes, and that's just another aspect of that lives up to the name. Stop with your movements. I understand you've got work to do, but really. Ugh! I did dive there, but didn't quite make it, unfortunately. I'm ready to dive. Alright. Daigo helped me a lot back when I was getting badges for Freedom 1, and he ranted a lot about the ruby and got ticked off when he saw my profusion. He still hasn't gotten it in that time. What's wrong with him? He needs to get it. It's hard, yeah, but it's not really that much harder than anything else in the game. I mean, the whole game has a bit of a barrier to weapon crafting that involves hunting the same monster a shitload. So I don't know what stopped him from getting profusion, but anyway. While I wasn't playing consistently, it took me like 3 months to get this light bow gun, so I'm pretty happy to have it. For anyone who's not aware, profusion is just, it's a light bow gun that's so good that it's a jack of all trades, you know, the one bow gun you're gonna make if you want to make a bow gun in 1st gen. It's just really good. I can show you what it shoots. The stats are really good for a light bow gun. Fast reload, moderate recoil, it even comes with defense. Long barrel I don't believe directly affects attack in this game. It, I think, just affects range. I don't know. It's weird. Like, for example, the silencer literally does nothing except to make your shots quieter. In this game, it doesn't relate to recoil at all. But yeah, good normal. It can shoot all elements except dragon, keeping in mind that ice doesn't exist in this game. You guys are going to say, what do you mean? I'm seeing ice on the screen right now. No, that's actually a mistranslation. instead of, yeah, I mean, the characters for Mizu and Cody are very similar, so, yeah, because they're just so fucking amateurish, they thought it was ice and not water. But, yeah, water shots, flaming shots, thunder shots. No ice exists in the game, either with monsters or with weapons, and yeah, and then all of that. So it's a great gun, really good. What am I doing with myself? Oh, I need to combine for more Pierce level 1. Got a loud bird outside if you can hear it. If you can, then I apologise. But maybe you like my bird. It's not my bird, it's just, you know, a bird. There you go, a bird. That's what it is. Oh, I just can't handle that fucking thunder effect. Or rather, dragon effect. It's sort of thunder in appearance, but I guess dragon is sort of communicated visually. And even sonically. As like a black thunder sort of element. But yeah, persistence is what's required to break this shoulder. It should break by about halfway through this area, that would be my estimate. Please go to the stomach so I don't have to hear this. I might actually try shooting flaming shots, because maybe that central localized damage would help. Because flaming doesn't pierce at all, so it's one of those elemental shots that just doesn't pierce through at all. I don't know what the elemental weakness of the shoulder even is. Well, what I should say is the degree to which it would be weak to fire. I'm hoping that it is at least somewhat weak to fire. There you go. So, I don't know if it's worth trying to break the other one, but I will try. It's good to at least try. As I've said, I've never succeeded in breaking both. But in this game, that is to say. But if we do not try, we cannot succeed, so we will at least try. I have not checked that discussion, Tech. I'll have a look at it a bit later. Well, probably after this hunt. That's what I mean when I say a bit later. It's a long hunt, so... Strangely, the back doesn't even look broken from that side. It looks... I didn't realize that the broken back really was only visible on that side of his body. On this side, you don't really notice it. It should only be a single break. I don't think there's a double break for the back. If there is, then that's problematic, but I don't think there is. I almost feel like it's more noticeable than that, though. Now I'm partially concerned. What if there's a double break for the back? Do either of you know if there is? Because on this side it doesn't look broken at all. Maybe I'm only just now noticing that. Yes, and freedom. Oh, you mean that discussion? It's a double break? Fuck. I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble. I didn't realize it was a double break. Fuck. Can I do it in the time that I have? Probably not. I'll do what I can. I didn't realize it was a double break. You gotta be kidding me. Fuck. Is it safer to go PS3? Yeah, I thought it was more obvious than that. I just didn't realize there was a double break. Maybe I never noticed the first in the past. At least a little bit of damage is being dealt to it from rocks falling on it, but... I did get a shoulder at least. It's good for drop rates, I know, but... Okay, that's a good chance to aim for it. I wish combining wasn't so damn slow. Yeah, I'm hoping that the rocks are going to make it so that I'm not totally... well, what I mean to say is that, you know, my chances of breaking it are at least decent with the assistance of the rocks. Yeah, cluster shot's better for the back, you're right. I'd forgotten about that. At least it's adding an element of excitement. Because the pressure's on to break this back now. It's possible. It's not like super improbable that I'll manage it, but... I don't know. See what can be done. I wish I had noticed it sooner, that's all. I was so focused on that other shoulder. Alright. No, I should keep trying. No, I'm out of range now. I think you can drop on the back, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think there are anti-dragon bombs in Freedom 1. I didn't get rations, so I'm gonna get some. I've got no stamina. Alright. Where is that box? Not that way. This way. Someone took my rations! Who the fuck needs 4 rations? Which one of you needs 4? Fuck me sideways, man. I've got no stamina. I don't want to use Mega Juice. There's no way in hell I'm using a Mega Juice on a Lao hunt. So I'll just live with no stamina. How about that? Which one of you needs 4? What if it's 6? Maybe it's in a stack of 3. If it's in a stack of 3, I'm gonna smack whoever took 6. Fuck. Can't believe what I'm seeing. Anyway. Now, the most sensible thing to do would be to just leave the rest of the damage to the monster to me, so that I can better break the back. But... and Corey might have worked that out. I think he's worked that out. And look, someone's on the ballista trying to help out. Oh well. Oh dear. I will apologise. Not profusely, but I will apologise. Alright, carve quickly. I made up for my error by at least breaking one shoulder. Don't have any damn stamina. Fuck! Couldn't crouch in time. Yeah, for some reason I had never noticed that there was a double break to the back. Maybe I did notice in the past, but I've just since forgotten, and once I saw that something had been broken off the back, I assumed, oh, well, that's the back break done. Yeah, maybe yells, I don't know. Got an ancient stone, which is gonna... Well, oh, that's right, I have ammunition here, so... Unsurprisingly, I have to... No, don't do that. What did I just... No, don't do that. This is a life of not actually being able to send directly to the box. Oh well. I'll check that discussion in the ambassadors thing. What is this? Some guy with a Lego penis. What's going on? Oh, so what you're talking about as far as the conversation is nothing really updated. Avatar. There's a guy named Cock the Bean Nut, or the Beat Nuts. What? And he's got like a Lego man, but with a massive cock and balls. It's fucking stupid. I don't know if that's actually worth telling him to remove for the reason that it's so comical. Oh, Corey got a ruby. There you go. There you go. Nice work. He can't complain that I didn't break the back now. So there you go. Alright. Let's try to deposit all this crap in my box. Now that Corey's got a ruby, maybe we can actually get a different hunt. If we can't get a different hunt, then I'll finish up the live stream, because again, I don't want to do too much Lao Shan Long. It's getting a bit boring. That was an ancient stone, right? Or rusted. Yeah. Very good. Alright. I'll just see how he feels, but now that he's got a ruby, I'm sure that he would be open to doing something that's not Lao Shan Lang. I mean, no matter how persistent the guy is, he has to get sick of it eventually. It might not be what other people want, but at this rate, I do actually want to do a different monster while I'm here. Oh, this is Riku. People always change their names, so I don't even know who people are half the time, but yeah, this is Riku. I know Riku. Mostly from P3rd, I think. I do not want to do Lao Shanlong again. Again, if it's something that we end up doing, you know, Lao Shanlong once more, then I will bow out, as they say. I don't know if that's removed. Oh no, it's still... Well, you guys can see bot commands, I see. Well, I'm not going to show that Lego dick and balls, just in case Twitch doesn't like that. But, yeah. I wasn't sure if the screen capture would follow whatever I did in Discord. Turns out that it does. But yeah. I just needed to go into bot commands to remove the pings that I had in there. I don't know what we're going to do, but it seems that I'm not the only one who is opposed, so it looks like Riku doesn't want to do that. Riku wasn't hunting with us though, was he? Maybe he was, and I didn't notice. Rathalos and Raytheon. Just standard Rathalos and Raytheon? Oh, thank you for clarifying. In that case, I guess Dragon's the best way to go. I believe I'm correct in saying that. Anyway. Yeah, thanks for the offer, Yells. I think we're alright. I think there's a willingness to do something else. You know what? I'll bring Epitaph. Not with this armor set, though. That'd be so ridiculous. Alright. Bloody hell. Okay. Now the English level is lovely. I'm never mind to hunt have to go. At least I can understand what's being communicated. But it's an interesting way to go about it. I will once again skip this if you can forgive me. I'm a little bit disturbed by the way these cats are coloured. Like, this does not look natural. You know, you've got this blue cat. It looks like it's been dumped in paint or something. Like someone's dipped it in paint. It's just weird. I don't know if I should be sitting here complaining about unnatural cat coloration, but there's a temptation to do so, and I'm basically doing that as we speak, so... I don't know, blue cats? Green cats? I mean, a green cat sounds unhealthy to me. If I see a green cat, that doesn't look like a healthy cat. I'd be getting that cat checked, or something. No, no green cats for me, thank you. Bright pink cats are almost okay, because technically Sphinx cats are bright pink, aren't they? If you think about it. I mean, they don't have fur. Their fur is not pink, but they are pink. So, yeah, technically pink cats are okay. Based on that. But, I don't know about green cats. Green cats, I think I'll opt out of the green cat thing. If I see a green cat, I'd shoot it. Says Yells. Okay. I don't know if I'd shoot it, but I'd definitely be concerned. More for the cat than anything else. So therefore, if I were to shoot it, it would be out of pity rather than, you know, disgust. I'm just going to check to see if anyone else is hunting. Because I don't want to ready up and have us depart with 3 if there's a 4th guy who's interested. Ending his misery. Well, if the cat's green, I don't think the cat is going to really care. Oh no. Not this again. What Asheron does is he gives me this heart with a ribbon, and then he changes it into a shut emoji. it's like this trick where it looks like he's giving me a heart, but it's actually him telling me to shut up. And so now I'm playing the part of the abused and sensitive person who's too many times now been tricked. It looks like we'll be three-manning, which I'm content to do. Perfectly content to do. I just wanted to make sure that we were not leaving anyone behind, because that would be unfortunate. Hello, Dios. What's happening with Dios? He might want to join up on our quest. I don't know what his hunter rank is. Can't really tell from here. Oh dear. Ready to go when you are, really. Good timing. Alright, Rathlos and Raytheon. This will be in the Forest and Hills, I think. I didn't actually check, but it should be. Or, no, it'll be in the swamp. Oh, apparently I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, I know what I'm talking about, but I also have no idea what I'm talking about. It's a strange mixture of both of those things. Well, I tried to roll out of the way fast enough, but did not succeed in doing so. As you can very clearly see. Oh, come on. See, if I ever have a very slow follow-up with this greatsword, it is for the reason that the input detection is terrible. What, Corey wants to fight that one? Okay. If you insist. I mean, the ping. Oh, fuck off, will you? Hey, he got me twice in a row. Because obviously my invulnerability period was cancelled because I must... Stop with the ping. I'm gonna smack you, mate. I haven't entered the area yet because I'm being attacked. Shut up. I mean, can you... I think you will all understand why that ping is not going to be taken in a friendly sort of spirit. Now, I would have been able to shield that if the game recognized my button input. Hear that sound of me mashing my buttons and the game's just like, nope. You're not doing anything to me. What's going on? Stupid game. Can't believe it. A great deal of patience is required, that's what I'll tell you. That's what I'll tell you. That's what I'll tell you. At least Elamal can finally make use of his poison now. That is assuming that greatsword deals poison damage. I'm assuming that it deals poison damage. Don't roll that way! Fuck. I did not intend for that either. It's basically me fighting with the game just to... This is the thing, like... People can talk about first generation Monster Hunter in a positive light if they want to, but really, I'm not fighting the monsters, I'm fighting the game. I'm fighting the mechanics. That's the problem with it. I don't plan on complaining this whole hunt, it's just, you know... I need a moment to air my frustrations, if you can forgive me. Corey's got the high-grade earplug set up. Oh, perhaps not. I saw the kid-in helmet and assumed that there was going to be some high-grade earplugs going on there. There was not. Her face does look weird in this game, I will admit. Ugh. See, I didn't even mean to roll in that direction, but fortunately it didn't result in death or anything like that. And I'm glad to see that Azur Rathalos is over there and not here. I thought he was landing in this area. I was genuinely afraid. Notice how there is nothing to really see here? It is because the camera is truly fucked. I might carve the tail because I will forget to do it otherwise. Stop it. Stop it! Leave me alone. Thank you for giving me a chance to heal. It's very charitable of you. And she's dead. I'll sharpen up for good measure. Yeah, she sensed me alright. Rathalos is over there now. As you can see, auto tracker is definitely helpful. Corey is probably using Psycho Serums. Is that 4 calves? No, I don't have a feline skill that would give me extra carbs, so I don't know. It felt like 4 carbs, but it must have been 3. Not sure. I can count the number of items I have. No, that was 3 carbs, alright. 3 from the body, 1 from the tail, so I'm going crazy. That's alright. It wouldn't be the first time. I have dismantle. What's dismantle again? That's not related to carving, is it? I don't remember. It is? Okay. Now this guy, I have nothing against him personally, but what is the point of putting down a pitfall trap when only 1 of 3 hunters is there to deal the damage? I mean, what is the point, Corey? You tell me, man. The whole point of putting down a pitfall trap, for anyone who doesn't know, pitfall traps allow you to deal double damage to the monster while it is in the pitfall trap in first generation Monster Hunter. This guy has decided to place a pitfall trap when only he is there to deal the damage. I don't know if he's showing contempt for his teammates in doing that or what, but yeah, that's pretty weird behavior. I'll try to get an attack on the head as he comes down. Look at that headlock. Beautiful, beautiful headlock. That's dragon damage for you. Oh, I didn't even notice the other pitfall. I don't know what Elamau has been doing. Maybe he's one of those people who needs a ping to know where the monster is. Ugh. Actually, I really need this tail cut. Well, I don't really need it cut, but it would be nice because I actually do need an Azure Rathalos. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. I really need an Azure Rathalos ruby. I'm in desperate need of one. I can't remember what for. I think it's for a... don't know what it's actually for, now that I think about it. But I need one. For the sword and shield? Maybe. Maybe. I don't remember. I definitely need it for something, that's what I can tell you. I don't know if I'd be making the greatsword, because that would be a dragon greatsword. The Azure Rathalos greatsword, as I recall, is a dragon greatsword, and I'm already making the Lao Shan Lung greatsword, so that doesn't sound quite right. I'll have to check to see what I'm crafting. Get down here, creature of the skies. There you go. That's a pretty clean way to kill him too. 2 greatsword swings on the landing animation, with Corey doing his demon dance. It could be a lance. Look, at this rate, it could be anything because I don't remember what it is. So I will check. We will have an investigation and find out what it is. I've already carved that, right? Yes. Would very much like a ruby though in the rewards. I'll hold out hope. I mean, maybe I've used up all my luck in getting the Lao Shanlong ruby, but I can at least try. I don't think it's greedy to hope. I'm not expecting, I'm hoping. That's what's happening. I got pinged in the Freedom Unite chat by someone who wasn't. Yep. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him in ages. He's the guy who does this. He's always doing this, you see. Haven't seen him in ages. Feels like it's been ages anyway. A number of weeks, we'll say. I don't want your ruby. Not yours. Wrong one, man. Wrong one. Fuck. I mean, I'll take it and I'll enjoy it, but not that one. Damn it. Okay, I need to get rid of those combo books, by the way. Pink Raytheon Ruby. Fucking hell. Should have screenshotted it too. What I'll do is I'll put it back. Screenshot. There you go. Don't need a new phone. Actually, I need everything. I need everything I can fucking get, so I'll put a Book of Combos 1 away, and I'll try to remember to purchase it again. Cool drinks can go away. Hard monster, oh, I'll take that too. I can't help myself. I just don't want to have to grind for anything specific that I could have otherwise picked up in a hunt without specifically grinding for it. I did ask for a ruby and I got one, but it wasn't the one I was looking for, damn it. Nothing's ever good enough for me, you see. Anyway. Well, after that, I can't believe I didn't get the right ruby. I'm so pissed. I'm not surprised that I got a ruby. I'm feeling lucky today, but wrong one. God damn it. No, I'm not feeling masochistic, Potato. I'm perfectly comfortable in first gen at this point. First gen. Perfectly comfortable with being totally unable to speak English, perhaps. We're going to find out what weapon requires that. Don't do that. Why do I have 2 weathered hammers? What the or worn hammers, I suppose. Spear. Wouldn't be any of you, would it? No. Might be. No. Odyssey? Odyssey blade. There you go. There you go. That's what I need it for. That's very important. Odyssey blade. Fucking hell. I think I got 8 strong Gravios wings for the Nocturne Gigaton. So I'm pretty comfortable with getting Gravios wings at this point. That's not a problem. I want that as a Rathalos ruby though. Oh my god. Okay, so put that away. Of course I wouldn't have space to put away a fucking combo book. That sounds about right, actually. It's because I've just had a slot taken up by this damn thing that I didn't even ask for. Maybe it'll be useful for something. I don't know what yet, but I'm pissed. Primarily because I don't have space in my box again. Fuck. These ice crystals can fuck off. Sell. Get out of here. Bug hopper? I'm tempted to get rid of you. Coma sack. Why do you stack so high? Well, I guess you're a monster part. Apparently that's fine to stack real high. I don't know, man. These Velociprey fangs can fuck off. Get out of here. Alright. Now that that's been taken care of, let's go and buy a Book of Combos 1 and put that in the box. Wherever you are. You're here. Please? Why is it so hard to purchase anything in this game? Fuck! Alright, man with bag. Here is man with bag. Fortunately, man with bag has what I'm looking for. Okay. No, the Mine Guard does not exist in Freedom 1. Mine Guard is only in the PS2 games. This is a PSP game. Okay. Now. What are our next hunts? What's on the board? He's done for now. What does that mean? Does that mean that we need to somehow appeal to another person to hunt? Who is in the guild hall right now? Daigo and Darksu are hunting together. Oh, Yells, you want to come and play? If you do, then I'll let Corey know, and that way he'll probably be happy to keep playing himself. Or he would possibly be perfectly content to hunt with 2 people, but I wouldn't be, you see. Alright. As far as what we can do, I'll see what he wants to do. I mean, really, it would be helpful to obviously do a Zurathlos for me, but I don't want to do the same hunt again so soon. No, I wouldn't play it, but don't, just stop. Don't even ask the question. I don't know if it's a joke or not, but don't ask the question. No, I wouldn't play it. For fuck's sake. Of course I wouldn't play it. Not a joke? Well, don't ask. You should know better. You should know better. Of course I'm not going to play that. You've got to be joking. If I didn't play Final Fantasy 14 or whatever the fucking newest one is, of course I'm not going to play that one. Ugh. Okay, well I can find something that I need. I'll see if there's something that's not an Azure Rathlos ruby that I need. I think I am trying to upgrade these dual blades. Double dragon. Fatalis, no. Not at this stage. Not at this stage. I've already made those things. You will rope me into nothing, Potato, and you know it. You're talking out of your ass. You will rope me into nothing. And you know that intimately. Alright. No. Battle Royale. By the time you get me into that, it will be a dead game type. And thank God for that. To be completely honest, I think we might just do that quest again. There's nothing else that I'm currently crafting. In other words, there are other things that I need to craft that I haven't started crafting yet, but those would probably require low rank and high rank materials, and I'm not really interested in doing that right now. So, well, I guess low rank and high rank is more or less the same, isn't it? So, the point of the matter is, I think we might do that again. We'll do the Pink and Azure quest. I will... I'm assuming that that would be the best quest for rubies. It would make sense. Repetition is something that I like to avoid, but... yeah. At the end of the day, I need materials, don't I? The more weapons, the better. It's more easy, okay. I guess that was the answer I was looking for. Wondering what I should bring. I don't really want to use this again. Could bring a sword and shield. Let's bring the Shining Wyvern Blade. Can't go wrong with that now, can you? Best raw sword and shield in the game. Come on. I always run around the table. Speeding up for this, of course. Do forgive me if you don't like seeing that. I understand that it might ruin some people's immersion, etc, etc. Life goes on, doesn't it? We can't always have what we want in this world. That was cursed. If you say so. Alright, I think Corey's posted what we want. Oops, slay the rat. Okay. Sure. It says slay the Rathlos. There's no information in the quest that would identify it as a Azure Rathlos, but that's normal. That's just the game, really. That's how it works. I'm sure he's posted Azure Rathlos. We're playing first gen, so we're using the old terminology, dual swords instead of dual blades. I don't know if we've got a fourth. Do we have a fourth? Probably not. I don't believe so, do we? In that case, off we go. What was Corey going to do? He said he was going to... he's doing paralysis gunning. Okay. Very well. So Yells and I are the damage dealers. Nothing in the box. Hopefully Corey... I mean, he's not that dumb. He's not going to paralyze the monster when he's alone. He's not going to do that. He did trap the monster while he was alone, but... I'm sure he knows that paralyzing would be a stupid idea. Now, he will probably paralyze before I get there. If Yells gets there, then he'll start shooting the paralysis, I'm sure, but... Still. I'm sure he won't do it when he's alone. Congratulations, Potato, and happy birthday. I don't think there's any need to panic. I think panic might be a bit over the top. Alrighty. Yep, of course. I absolutely knew that Corey would not save paralysis for when I got into the room. I knew it very, very well. There's a pitfall. Try to get that head. Never mind. That head is too difficult to hit consistently. I'll hit the body. Now, because of the terrible hit detection, you will see me do weird stuff with these, or with this sword and shield. It looks like I should be more consistent with my attacking than I am, and that's not because of what I'm physically pressing on the controller, it's because of what the game is preventing me from doing. Oh, I'd like that tail, honestly. I'd better try and get that. I think I can cut it with the sword and shield if he is paralyzed consistently. I can't see it. I'm trying to change the camera angle to get a better look at my character and there's nothing to see. There goes Corey. I'm sure he's quite perturbed by that. Well, thank you for trying to cut the tail. I appreciate the attempt. Unfortunately, it's a bit hard to do it with sword and shield and dual blades, but let's give it a try, shall we? It's almost a waste of an attempt, I guess, unless we cut that tail. I'll always have long hair, Potato. I have good genes in that regard. Oh, fuck. I'm trying my best to get that tail. Ugh. Can barely see what I'm doing. There are some very strange sounds being made by Rathalos in the left channel. I've only got one earphone in right now, because I want to be able to hear myself clearly. And it turns out that he makes really weird noises specifically in the left channel. You don't notice it when you can hear both channels at the same time, but... yeah, it's weird. Sounds very odd. Rathalos is attacking the trap in anger. Please don't paralyze there. Please, I can't hit the tail if you paralyze him there. If you paralyze him in the trap, then he's going to be sitting in the trap taking double damage without me being able to hit the tail. Looks like he's held off on paralyzing. No, he hasn't. Oh, for the love of God, Corey. I realise that you... whatever, I'm not going to say anything. Of course I need to cut the tail if I'm trying to get an Azure Rathalos Ruby. It would be the sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? Your paralysis is very helpful in aiming for the tail, but not if you paralyze in the pitfall. Around the world, or is he leaving? He's leaving. Of course, he just flies through the wall when he wants to leave, which is great. Imagine designing the map so that he can fly up and out. Imagine that. Oh my god. Oh, and he's going again. Arsehole. Sometimes he gets in a mood where he just wants to fly around the whole time. The worst hunt I've ever done with a Rathalos in any Monster Hunter game was Silver Rathalos in the Forest and Hills in this game. And he... oh my god. He would not stop flying around. He simply wouldn't stop. He flew from one area to another about 7 times in a row or something like that. He would not stay in one place. It was terrible. If we can cut that tail, I'll be very happy. There you go. You couldn't really see it because the bushes were in the way, but I knew that tail had been cut. No ruby, but that's alright. At least I had my chance to get it from the tail. That's what was important. Oh, head time. There we go. His head looks really gross when it's broken. It's got like... well, his head looks gross in any situation, I will admit. Whether it's broken or not, it's not nice to look at. I don't want to have to chase him. No matter the Monster Hunter game, the hunt takes a whole lot longer when you have to chase the monster. But whatever, I don't think he's going to Area 9. He might be passing over it, but... yeah. No, he's... content to stay in Area 9 for the moment. Which is very odd. It might not even be worth trying to attack him here, because... you can see Corey was not expecting that either. He might be anticipating Rathalos leaving immediately. He knows how it works. Yep. He knew that Rathalos was not going to stay in this area, and I didn't think so either, but I thought, you know, maybe we can get a few hits in. He wasn't even going to let us do that. Arsehole monster. He's in the cave area, right? He should be. No, he's not. He's in the area south of that. Great. Why does he go there? Stop that. If he leaves that area and we all go there, we're in trouble. Okay. What are you doing? See, this is the problem. If he's successful in coaxing you down there, and then he leaves anyway, it takes so long to get back to that area in there. Oh, hello. That was a good shot. I've never had a Rathalos leaving an area by flying into me. That's a new experience. And he's dead. See what I mean? He was so close to being dead, but he caused the hunt to go on for an extra 3 minutes because he was flying around. What an arsehole. Don't collect there. There isn't even a visual indication that I can collect there. Or gather there, rather. For God's sake. Ruby, please. I do think I've used all my luck, though. That's very strange. I could only gather one item from that place. That's really weird. Look at that heavy fucking hit lag. It's almost like the game's in slow motion, the hit lag's so heavy. Ugh. See how it's not as heavy on the body? The hit lag is supposed to be used to identify what is a weak point. The hit lag was heavy there because I was hitting the head. No ruby. Not taking any of those. Fuck off. Alright. To be honest, I think that'll be my last hunt. I think I've done well today. I got a Lao Shan Lung ruby and a pink Raytheon ruby. I think that's pretty good. I've achieved more than most can achieve in weeks of playing, actually. So there you go. Alrighty. Of course, I do thank you all for watching. I'm glad that we were able to get into consistent hunts during this recording. That's really what I look for. I realise that it might have been slightly boring to do so much Lao Shan Lung in one go, but consistent hunts. No sitting around hoping for someone to play with me or anything like that. So, I will see you all when I'm next recording Monster Hunter. I would like to do more of this. I was actually originally intending to do Portable Third today, but I thought, no, I'll give Freedom 1 a try if there are people playing, and there were people playing, so I managed to get a spot. And that worked out, you know, I was able to do a Freedom 1 stream, so I would like to say that my next stream will be Portable Third, but again, if there is an opportunity for me to do Freedom 1, then I will do that. But I will bid you all farewell for now, and I will see you next time I'm recording Monster Hunter or anything else that you'd like to watch of mine. Bye bye for now.